this video, I'll be playing chess, teaching you how to play chess as an INTP. And note that INTPs are mega brains with all our amazing function stacks order, So if you want to go learn chess, probably go to an INTP with higher elo, I hope, because my elo is pretty low to be teaching chess, let's be honest. But I can still teach you some things. For example, this guy starting with king pawns opening. My favorite opening to play is the Caro-Kann defense, which might seem like it doesn't follow chess principles, which I'm gonna teach you in this video. So general chess principles are take control of the center, as that allows for a lot of potential to checkmate the king. And if you don't know what checkmating is, it's when you have a piece staring at the king and the king cannot be defended or cannot move. So it cannot be defended or move out of the danger, in which case it's a checkmate. You have some things which are similar, for example, a stalemate. So in a stalemate, the king cannot move. He cannot move any other piece as well. But the trick is that, well, the king cannot move, right? Cannot move any other pieces. And so what happens is that no one can do anything, really, because no move can be played that won't kill the king. So you have a stalemate in which nothing happens. And so in that case, you draw. It's a draw. In some other variations of chess, it's not considered a draw. The one who gets stalemated sometimes wins, or the one who stalemates sometimes wins. But I made a stupid move right there. I was supposed to take his queen, because once the king moves and it doesn't castle, well, he can't castle anymore. But I moved my thing because I was trying to explain that to you guys, and so now I'm not really playing all that good, to be honest. I don't really know what's happening in this game. I know that's a free pawn to take here because nothing is defending it. But generally, the goal in chess is to checkmate. That's kind of the goal, to win the game, like any other game. And chess often can improve your thinking, certainly, because in chess, it certainly can improve your life philosophy, because in chess, whenever you lose, it was somewhere because of something you did, and he finally took one of the free pawns. That was a mistake that caused you to lose. So it teaches complete self-accountability, which is certainly needed in a world where victim mentality is promoted. And other things that chess obviously teaches you is to be strategical, to be aware of your every move, which can certainly help you out in other fronts of life. Although a lot of people think that playing chess necessarily makes you smarter, which isn't really particularly that. I mean, certainly a lot of definitions of IQ may be described as having good memory, or having good, well, I don't know what to call it, processing speed. Yeah, sure, reaction time, processing speed. But that doesn't necessarily make you be smart in every other way. Like, for example, chess players are notoriously known for being socially incompetent, just as one small example. And if you don't know anything about chess, also every piece has a price, to say that, a point count. And depending on what choice you decide to go with, right, you may be either winning on material or losing on material. And now in this case, I'm gonna be, so he has me in check, so I have to move out of check, otherwise my king dies, which is illegal. But now the only way I would move out of check is to lose my knight, and so this is quite horrible. It really is horrible. As you see, I'm losing 4 points on material now, and my position isn't really beautiful either. Well, maybe I was wrong after all. Okay, I'm still losing 1 point on material because of something, because of one of the free pawns that he took earlier. And a free pawn is essentially when someone can take a pawn without anything lost. There are also free pieces and so on, and there are many concepts in chess. Currently, I don't have a strategy, to be honest, which kind of goes against everything that I was saying earlier about chess teaching you. But it's alright. It's alright. At some point, also, you develop some kind of chess intuition, and while intelligence is not the all be all in chess, I cannot say it doesn't help you win games, because it certainly does. It certainly can. But if you give people infinite time, if you really give people infinite time, every chess game will be a draw. Trust me, because it really is just about calculation at the end of the day, right? Because I take that piece, he takes that piece, etc. This, that, this, that, this, that, and then at the end of the day, you can calculate. Okay, so am I gonna win an exchange or am I not? Some people are faster at calculating. Some people are better. Some people have some chess intuition. Some people know a lot of principles, which help them win, of course. But ultimately, it's a game of calculating, and so that's why computers win, because they can calculate faster than you, and they can calculate uh, well, just faster than you. That's really what makes them so special. Because ultimately, it's not like they're doing anything magical that you cannot do. It's just that they can calculate 30 moves in the future, um, which could take you days, easily days, to calculate all the possible variations, which for them is just child's play. And so think of it, right? When here, okay, so the knight can move in L shapes. You gotta also remember how the pieces move. And so if I take this, that will threaten the bishop, which is a pretty good, well, exchange here, because I take away his advantage, right? And then I take away a bishop too. Obviously, this is very hopeful thinking, because he could move his bishop somewhere else, in which case that attack will not work anymore. But till this point, this pawn is undefended. And now he's trying to get his rooks together for some reason. I believe he wants to go for some kind of rook attack here. But that isn't gonna particularly work here, because I don't really care about his rooks right now. He doesn't really pose any threat that I can see from the few variations that I intuitively know. And he's moving his bishop here, which doesn't really work. It doesn't really do anything there. And we're gonna see what happens in this game. Probably I'm gonna win, just because I have a giga chat brain, and I have very high chess intuition. My chess intuition certainly it's much higher than what you would expect for someone at 700 elo or whatever elo I'm at right now, which certainly helps me in winning games. But at some point, certainly the intelligence advantage is very, it's very minuscule. Things like learning opening theory, learning, ending theory, learning middle of the game theory, learning all kinds of theory, and memorizing, of course, a big part of it. At some point, these things matter a lot in the higher echelon of chess, a lot more than intelligence does. Although I'd say the amount of time you can keep up the same level of intelligence and memorization certainly matters by all means. Now here, when he took my rook, I actually won the advantage there, because my pieces are much more active. If you look at them, I have much more potential with the pieces than he really does at the moment. Okay, he's taking a piece. All right, but I get to take his knight. And again, if had he calculated this, he wouldn't be in the trouble that he is right now. I have a very, very nice advantage. Sometimes it's really beautiful when you check people and then there's a piece behind them. Like, for example, let's say this rook wasn't here, right? Forget about the rook. Then the king was somewhere else. The knight was somewhere else. And that would have been a free bishop, which would have been pretty nice. It happens a lot, situations like that. So now I might have a problem, because he has a very good battery here, very good attack on my pawn, and it's gonna be hard to defend that. And well, if he could get this pawn here, I might have a variety of problems. He has a lot of attacking potential at the moment, but still very minuscule compared to my attacking potential. So my guess right now, based off this game currently, that I'm gonna win. And this guy just doesn't know how to play chess, quite frankly. He just sucks at the game. I don't think he's calculating at all. I have no idea. How this guy got 700 like this. Usually when I record, I have recording luck, and recording luck is shit. And also, at some point, once you're winning on material, often depending on the position, obviously, but often you can afford trades, and he cannot. The person you're playing against, or she cannot. The reason for that is because, well, let's say he trades the bishop there. He wants to take the pawn, which is fine with me. If he trades the bishop there, then, well, what is he gonna move with? Pawns? Okay, sure, you could try that. But that's not really all that effective, in all honesty. like it's gonna be very difficult to play with uh, just pawns against a bishop and a rook and a knight. It's gonna be a very difficult game. That's for certain. And now he's just like, he's very thirsty. He just wants to get whatever pawns he can get his hand on, which isn't really gonna work out because I have a positional, material, and time advantage. So this guy's really hopeless at this point. I mean, he might as well resign, but you never know. One of the good chess principles is to never resign, because well, resign victory is always more honorable to the guy you're playing with than just like well, a checkmate or anything else. Plus, you never know when the guy you're playing against is gonna blunder all his pieces. So never know. I might just blunder all my pieces. I mean, it's very unlikely at this point. But it's certainly still possible. I'm gonna let him have the bishop. Why? Because then I get the pawn, and I'm gonna upgrade that pawn, and there's no way for him to stop it. Come on, take it. Take it, boy. All right, perfect. Now I'm gonna when you push the pawn to the last rank, depending on the chess game you're playing, obviously. But you get to upgrade it to a queen, a rook, a knight, etc. This guy is also trying to upgrade, but this is just hopeless. I mean, I have my rook here defending it here, and I just upgraded to a queen. This guy is just pretty hopeless. So I'm not gonna be merciful. No, not at all. Not at all, actually. So here's what I was talking about, right? There's nothing defending it. Oh, well, his king is defending it for now. But not anymore now, because once I get down with the queen here, well, he can't take my queen because it's defended by the rook. That would be a king sacrifice, which is illegal. Which is questionable in itself, honestly, because like, honestly, kings are just like overpriced pawns. Honestly, that in my humble opinion, they're not pretty useful in the game. And now I'm just gonna be disrespectful because I want to upgrade all my remaining pawns to what is it called, to queens, just to be disrespectful. And it's also something called in the game pre-moving, in which case you can like pre-move. You can just kind of order your moves, like you'd order a delivery or something. I mean, what happens? Oh wow. Okay, so pre-moving is obviously dangerous because stupid shit like this happens. He took my queens for free. But the guy is pretty hopeless. Still, that doesn't matter, right? He's saving his grace, whatever there is remaining of it. But all I need is just the queen and the king to checkmate him. Really, come on, take the knight. He can take it. Yeah, this guy's pretty hopeless. I'm gonna ladder checkmate him at this point. Go here to make it easier for me. Please go here, because I'll get you good to go here either way. And he's not going there. He's not being very cooperative. Well, okay then. I'm gonna get you to go there, like I said. And just like this, the game is over. And that was it. What, 14 minutes of an INTP teaching you some chess? Well, I hope you liked the video. Tell me if you want more of this.